The clearing was silent when we returned. No laughter, no crackle of fire, no tents, no cars. Just empty earth where life had been 10 minutes before. My son clutched my hand. His eyes darted. He asked where everyone went. I saw the note on the folding table, weighed down with a stone. This is for the best, trust me. Her handwriting, my wife's. I didn't answer my son. I just folded the note into my fist and felt the paper cut my skin. We met in college. She wore conviction like a second skin. Brilliant, beautiful, a fighter. I believed she'd stand with me through anything. When our son was born, she held him to her chest and whispered that she'd never let him hurt, never let him starve. But conviction rots. Love can sour. Somewhere along the years, she decided we were a burden, that life with her friends, her new family, was worth more than the life she'd built with us. I should have seen it. The secretive phone calls, the way she looked at me like I was already fading from the picture. But betrayal hides best in the people you trust the most. The first night in the forest, hunger gnawed, but silence hurt more. My boy asked if Mom was coming back. I told him the truth. No, it's just us now. And then I promised him something else. I said, we're going to survive. And when we walk out of this forest, they'll regret ever thinking we wouldn't. He nodded. He believed me. That belief became my weapon. We rationed what little I had in my backpack, half a water bottle, a protein bar. We found streams, boiled water in an old aluminum cup left behind. We learned which berries to eat, which roots to dig. I taught him how to snare rabbits, how to use rocks to spark flame. Every day I looked at him and thought, they left you to die. Every night I whispered, I won't forgive them for it. 10 days. That's how long we lasted. 10 days of hunger, thirst, exhaustion. But on the 10th day, the forest spit us out onto the highway, and the world shifted. Because survival was no longer enough. I didn't storm their houses. I didn't scream or break down. That would have been easy for them. Instead, I watched. I waited. Her friends, her little tribe, they flaunted their freedom. Social posts, parties, weekends by the lake. Pictures of her smiling like she hadn't abandoned blood. I documented everything. The drugs, the fraud, the affairs, the embezzlement hidden behind their startup charity facade. They weren't just selfish, they were sloppy. I spent months collecting, connecting, building a web they didn't even know I held. When I finally reached out, it wasn't to her, it was to their investors. Anonymous emails with files attached, bank statements, photos, evidence that the golden children weren't saints but thieves. The collapse was fast, merciless. Accounts frozen, police investigations, friendships imploded under suspicion. And her? She ran. Tried to hide in a motel 2 towns over. I found her anyway. I didn't knock. I used the key card I'd lifted from the front desk. She froze when she saw me. No makeup, hair unwashed, fear in her eyes. You survived, she whispered. I stepped inside, shut the door. So did he. 10 years old, and he carried more weight than you ever could. Tears filled her eyes. I thought it was kinder. You couldn't provide. He needed better. I leaned close, my voice steady. Better isn't abandoning your child to starve. Better isn't writing a note and walking away. Better would have been fighting beside us. She shook her head, desperate. Please, you don't understand. No, I cut in. You don't understand. You didn't leave me. You left him, and he remembers. I didn't touch her. I didn't need to. By the time I walked out of that motel, her world was already ashes. Friends gone, finances ruined, reputation shredded, And worst of all, she knew that every consequence came from me, from the man she called weak, from the boy she abandoned. Now, when my son asks about her, I tell him the truth. I say she chose herself over us, and we chose survival over her. He doesn't ask if I regret it. He sees it in my eyes. He knows. Some betrayals cut too deep for forgiveness. Some wounds don't scar. They stay open, bleeding, until you close them yourself. I closed mine with precision, with patience, with fire she'll never escape. And as I watch my son grow stronger, sharper, I know this. They left us to die in the forest, but we walked out, and they never walked free again.